Next is Fleming's right hand rule. So only we have to study the Fleming's right hand rule here. So hold a thumb, forefinger and middle finger. Here we have to consider our right hand to understand the Fleming's right hand rule here. We have to stretch our thumb, forefinger and middle finger in such a way that they are perpendicular to each other, and the thumb represents the direction of movement of conductor, and the index finger or the forefinger will represent the direction of magnetic field, and as well as this middle finger will represent the direction of current. Fleming's left hand rule and Fleming's right hand rule have the similarity in that forefinger and middle finger both will represent the magnetic field and current. Here we are seeing about induced current, that's all the difference. And but there we are going to say thumb represent the direction of motion or the direction of force there. Here we are seeing that moment of the conductor, in which direction your movement, you are changing the conductor, in which direction, that represents the thumb here. So next we will go with the discussion of some of the questions, long answer type questions. So now that first one is, what is solenoid? Draw the pattern of magnetic field lines of a current carrying solenoid and a bar magnet. List two distinguished features between the two field lines. That means this is a very important question. We have to say what is a solenoid. That is the first question. Draw the pattern of magnetic field lines of a current carrying solenoid. Current carrying solenoid, that means solenoid, how the magnetic field lines will be there in the solenoid, that you have to draw. Next is, and a bar magnet. You have to draw the magnetic field lines in a bar magnet. And next you have to distinguish between the solenoid and a bar magnet. Okay, this is, I think you can say it, 3 or 4 separate questions are here. So along with that, there is a marking scheme is also there. How much will be the marks for this? This is totally for the 5 marks. So 5 marks means what are the things we have to write it. For the first one, what is a solenoid? That will be contain 1 marks. A coil of many turns of insulated copper wire wrapped closely in the shape of cylinder. That contains for the 1 marks. That is the definition of a solenoid. Next will be how we are going to represent the pattern here. So for writing 1, that is current carrying in a solenoid, for this one will be containing 1 marks here. So you have to draw the magnetic field lines in that. So you can see from this is the north pole and this is the south pole here. From north pole, magnetic field lines is emerging out and it is going inside the south pole, and this is the magnetic field lines will be parallel inside that. That is about the solenoid, the magnetic field lines. Next is same thing about the bar magnet. You have to draw the bar magnet and magnetic field lines around the bar magnet, and that will be containing the 1 marks now. Now, next is very important. The 3 marks is over. Next 2 marks will be differentiating between the solenoid and a bar magnet. Okay, any 2 difference you have to write. It is for 2 marks means 2 reasons are needed. That means this one reason and another one this reason. There are 3 reasons are there. You can choose any of the 2 reasons. So first one, you can write it. Field disappear on stopping the current, isn't it? Whenever there is a production of current means the field lines will be there. If there is stopping, if there is no production of current or no sending of current means field lines will disappear. No effect of current on the field. No need of current for the bar magnet. Second one is strength of the field can be changed by changing the direction of current. Isn't it? I can change the north pole and south pole. How I can change the north and south pole? By changing the direction of the current here. But strength of this cannot be changed. If this is the north pole means it remains as a north pole. It does not affect whether electricity is passed or electricity is not passed. Direction can be reversed by changing the direction of current through it. So that means how we are going to change the direction of current. Based on that, we can change reverse the direction of polarity. Next, direction is fixed and cannot be reversed. The direction of magnetic field lines. That means if it is, this is the north, this is the south, means that direction will be always like this only. We can't able to change. But in the case of solenoid, we can able to change it. So this contains 2 marks. So totally it will become 5 marks question. So this is another one 5 mark question. A coil of insulated copper wire is connected to a galvanometer. So a copper wire is connected to a galvanometer. What happens if the bar magnet is pushed into the coil? So separate questions are there. You have to answer separately. Withdrawn from inside the coil, if it is pushed inside the coil, or if it is withdrawn from the coil, or if it is held stationary inside the coil. Give reasons for your observation, and also mention one more method of inducing current in the coil. So these are the things we have to say. That means it is showing about the direction or the inducing current or electromagnetic induction here. So here we are having the 4 separate sub questions are there. So under that, first question is, when a bar magnet is pushed near to that coil, when it is came near to that, so that means what happens in that? So when a bar magnet is pushed into the coil of insulated copper wire connected to the galvanometer, the induced current is set up in the coil due to charge of magnetic field lines, or it should be the change of magnetic field lines through it. As a result, galvanometer will shows the reflection. So no need of says towards left or towards right. Only the thing you have to write is whenever the bar magnet has came near to it. That means when it is came near to that, then there is a change in magnetic flux inside the coil. Because of the change in magnetic field lines inside the coil, then current is induced in the coil. Because of the inducing of current, then galvanometer is showing the deflection. These are the points should be required for this question. Though it requires 1.5 marks, or it contains a 1.5 marks here. Next, second one is when it is withdrawn from the inside the coil. That means first we have kept inside the coil. When you push the bar magnet inside the coil, now the magnetic field lines or current is induced in it. Whenever I withdraw that bar magnet from that, what happens to that? Again, an induced current is set up in the coil due to change in magnetic field, isn't it? When the bar magnet has came near to the copper wire, then also there is a change in magnetic field. When I taken away that bar magnet from the coil, in that cases also, then there is a change in magnetic field through it. As a result, galvanometer is showing deflection in reverse direction. So if you say in one direction means, then in the next we have to say it shows deflection in a reverse direction. So it contains 1.5 marks. So totally 3 marks is over. Next concept is, when it is bar magnet is kept stationary, in that cases, then there is no inducing current in the coil because there is no change in magnetic field through it. As a result, galvanometer does not shows the deflection. So these are the points should you have to mention it to get the full marks here. Okay. So next, last concept is how we are going to induce the current rather than that, by changing current in another one coil placed in it. By changing the current in the another one coil placed in it, we can able to induce the current in the coil. Okay. Thank you.